Texas, Thanksgiving is already here, basically the next couple hours. And I know about you, I'm ready to get that good food across the area. But we have some things to talk about with tonight's topics. A strong cold front on the way to the Contra Valley, and that's just going to be the beginning of a wet pattern shape up. I'll go through the scenarios and what we can expect going forward, and a warming trend slightly, but I'll tell you what else could be on the way going into the next week and possibly. But what we worry about is what we can see tomorrow. Well, relative humidity values are going to get a little closer to like they were this morning. Opportunity to see some fog for most of our areas going into tomorrow. Patchy fog, as you can see, the closer these values get closer to 100%, and the darker greens you see on this map here with the relative humidity values laid out for us, that increases our chances to see saturation at the surface. Well, fog is also when your dew point and temperature is pretty much right close to each other. So what that means, if you're heading out tomorrow, you may want to take extra time. Conditions are going to be a little patchy with the fog sticking around into the area. Now, by the afternoon hours, things will clear out, but we'll see more of that cloudy cover coming into the forecast and the chance to see isolated showers going throughout the evening. But just to give you tips on the fall conditions, and always remember, it's better not to use your high beams when you're traveling. Definitely take extra time, don't rush. Make sure you give yourself enough distance between you and the other drivers. And then most importantly, what you can do, just take caution on bridges and valley areas and overpasses going out tomorrow. But that's just the start of what is on the way to the Contra Valley. Let's look at this. The weather pattern looks something like this. Low pressure system is going to swing in this cold front coming into tomorrow. It's going to be gusty, so you may not want to do anything outside. More of our eastern counties are going to pick up on the rain action, but this low pressure system is going to be cut off from that trough axis and swing right across into our area. Look at the moisture wrapping around here, counterclockwise flow, bringing in more rain chances into the forecast before it finally gets out of here and exits the region by Saturday. But what is the overall setup with this? Well, two scenarios that I'm looking at. Now, this is the one that's currently models are trending. So snow staying well off to the west, maybe into the panhandle, but definitely cold throughout much of the area. With that being said, but what that means for us, we'll be seeing more of a cold rain. Cold air stays to the north and the west. Cold rain moves into our forecast, and that increases our chances of seeing some localized flooding. But let's say this, we're watching this situation as well. Well, what if this low pressure system happens to dig a little south across our area? So what that would do, pretty much as we'll see, it will cause us to have more chances for maybe snow into our northern half and western half of the region. And then lastly, this will be more of a worse scenario for us that can impact your commutes going forward into the next couple of days. But Thanksgiving already, well, we look at the conditions, definitely rainy, cold, and possibly windy going in tomorrow. Winds out of the south, turning into the north, and then seeing gusty conditions around 30 miles per hour. But overall, a cloudy day to start. And with more rain covers coming to the forecast, best day is looking into Friday before things start to dry out for us. But just remember, if you're traveling across the Lone Star State, take extra time to check your forecast. Look at the local updates throughout the day and be informed with all of that as well. As this low pressure system takes either scenario, lots of rain is in the forecast for your Black Friday shopping, so make sure you be weather aware going forward into the next couple of days. But when you head out tomorrow, you won't have to worry about too much of that. Overall, rainfall totals definitely going to be light in the morning before things start to get a little more active into the next couple of days. Unfortunately, the 7 days pattern is wet to start, dry after that, and then eventually we'll cool off again with another front pass.